Thank you for your time. The question I'm going to ask were formed by a group of Chicago teens who are interested in addressing and starting a dialogue about topics most important to our peers, neighbors, community, Chicago, etc. We are still in the process of gathering feedback and data related to some of our questionnaire topics, and your answers and opinions are very important parts of this process. At the end of this survey, please give us feedback on how to improve this process for future interviews and suggest questions that you would like to ask your community. Okay. What's your name and your relationship to me?
Lakeesah Taylor, and I'm your aunt.
Okay. What neighborhood of Chicago are you from?
I grew up in Chatham, on the south side of Chicago.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
I lived there until I was about 22 years old.
Okay, so everyone plays a small role in their community. So what do you think your role is?
My community back then, or the community I live in now?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't live in Chatham anymore. I live in Beverly. And the impact that I have on the community, I really don't have an impact, I don't think. Besides, I look out for my neighbors, you know.
Like speaking, make sure they have...
I speak, and you know, if there's anything suspicious going on, of course, you know, I'll probably call the police. But
how have you been impacted by your community? We could go with Chatham since that's where you lived the longest.
Yeah, I did live there the longest from birth until 22, but I think it was a positive impact. You know, I'm a okay citizen, I don't commit any crimes or anything like that, so.
Okay, how would your life be different if you lived in a different city or town?
I really can't imagine living in another city or town.
Yeah. If you could change anything about your community, what would it be and why?
The community that I lived in the longest, or the one I live in now?
We can go with the longest because you got more experience with it.
What was the question again?
If you could change anything, what would it be?
Back then, nothing. You know, it was really good back then. Of course, you know, things have changed over time, but for me, it was really good, you know.
Okay, how do you think your community now is viewed by others?
I think that it had the community that I used to live in. I think it still has a pretty good, you know, positive impact. You know, I don't really hear too much about it, so.
Okay. So all cities have to deal with issues like violence. So how does the issue of violence in Chicago compare to other major cities?
I think the violence in Chicago is really bad compared to other cities. I always hear about Chicago. I mean, crime happens everywhere, but it seems like it happens a lot here.
All right. What are what are three issues or concerns that you would like to address if you had to in Chicago?
Well, crime would be number one. And employment would be another one. And the third would be housing.
Okay, if you were in charge of the media, what would you show? What would you do to change the perception of how people view your community in Chicago?
If I were part of, I would try to do community things in the community, you know, so that.
So you would show things that's done in the community?
What was that?
So you would show that if you were in charge of the media?
Yeah, I would show the more positive side.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. How do you see Chicago in the future?
Well, I don't know. You know, I hope that it will be a lot of improvements, because right now, like I said, there's a lot of things going on, and you know, but I love my city though.
Okay. So are there any other questions that I did not ask you that you feel I should ask others in your community?
No.
Okay.